Friday night. Like, why are y'all even on here? What's happening? Y'all not going out? What's going on? Y'all not going out nowhere on a Friday night, really? Hey, I'm waiting for my boss to join. Just want to talk a little bit. We just in and out. We're not going to be on here long. Hey, y'all. What's up? Look, me either. I know, right? Okay, y'all might go somewhere later. Cool. I'm waiting for my friend to join. What y'all doing? While we're waiting, tell me what y'all doing tonight. I want to know. Hey. What's up? It's a chill Friday for me. We're up in Tennessee, my husband and I, with all of his friends and wives. We're having a ball in Tennessee. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Hey, everybody. You just chilling tonight? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You're crazy. I was like, you're not gonna like post nothing. You're not gonna be like,
no.
Hey, everybody, going live in 5 minutes. Like,
hell no. Listen,
why not?
You know how our people are. They just,
No,
listen.
I post about lives so people know,
God.
and they set reminders and they watch it.
It's too much, Victor.
That's what it takes. Hi, Beaver Beauty Academy. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all, this girl is crazy. Oh my gosh. Courtney, if you can,
love me.
Courtney, if she said, child, I do. The grace of God. Courtney, if you can join the conversation, send a request to Sarah. Hey, everybody that's tuning in. I'm Victor Jackson. We're here chatting with Sarah LeRose.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
An incredible artist who just reached 1,000 views on her new music video. That is why we're here. That is what we're doing.
Courtney says she got a scarf on. Really? Girl, I have a scarf on my neck. You better join this live.
I literally just got off a 2-hour planning session.
Are you serious?
A 3-hour planning session, actually. It started at 3:30. But it was good. We're like working on something really cool for artists, like an artist development retreat. It's coming in February.
I'm there.
I'm there. It is going to be just an in-depth, like just work, vocal work, wellness work with like a life coach,
we need
stage presence, like all these things. So just a way for artists to like kickstart their artist development journey, meet some incredible people in the industry to just help them get to know themselves better as a person and a performer. So like I've been working on that with my friend Chauncey. She was also my TEDx coach. That's how we met. She's an incredible life coach. So yes, that is coming. That's on the way.
Sign me up. How much is it?
There's a whole process. There's going to be an application process because we want to get to know you and get to know like what your goals are. And then once we make sure that like though your goals align with what we're offering, then we take you through the whole process. So just stay tuned. It's literally like it's coming soon. It's coming very soon. Like we're announcing the date this month. So
oh my God.
Yeah, just stay tuned.
Oh wait, Deshaun wants to join. Let me get Deshaun. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Where'd he go? Hello. Tell Deshaun to come back. Deshaun got to come back on so I can let him in.
Deshaun, if you can, you should be able to. I think you can do 4 people.
It just went away. Where'd he go?
Okay, well he'll come back.
Okay, yeah.
Deshaun, come back when you can. Sarah, we can't see your face. There you go.
What's up, y'all? I miss you, Courtney.
So Sarah, tell the people who Courtney is.
Okay, well, she
This
has a
your
lot of
live,
titles.
child.
She has a lot of titles, but she is, first of all, an amazing woman. She danced for the Dallas freaking cheerleaders. Hello. And she just had the whole like persona and personality of a saint. She's so humble. But she was one of my dancers in my freaking video that's now done hit 1,000 views. Woo, 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 woo. Like, period. She is amazing. I love her. I love her and Shanice. I don't know how you put that together, Victor. Like, how did you put us together?
You know, Courtney's just really great. We've had like a lot of conversations about just who she's discovering herself to be as an artist and the spaces that she wants to be in. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity for her to lean into that moment. And it was so great. Like, Courtney, what was your experience like working on the video?
It was amazing, honestly. I had a great time. I feel like, Sarah, you know, this was, you were saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, very natural. Me, niece, Victor, everybody. I feel like it was just a good time on set, like, the entire time. Good energy, good vibes. So, yeah, I can't wait to do it again, honestly. Hey,
don't make me cry. You're such a beautiful spirit. Oh, my God. Like, Victor, you're the mastermind. How did you even think? Like, Courtney and Shanice was perfect for me. Like, perfect. How did you do that?
Tries a list of about 15 women. No, but no, you know, Candace, who is my associate, we worked together on my residency and we've been working together for like 16 years. I always like, I'll hit her up, I'll be like, hey, you know, and also like dancers who kind of like seek me out, who send me messages and be like, hey, you know, if you need anything, if you're working on anything, keep me in mind, you know. And Courtney and Shanice, just like throughout the pandemic, as we've been kind of navigating everything, getting back into it, they've both been like super just into it and committed and like there whenever they can be, really professional, good with the client. And they look well together.
Oh my God.
And they bring a very balanced energy to projects. So it was really cool for me to be able to just be like, hey, y'all, can you? And it was just great to see them to kind of just lean into, you know, a deeper level of themselves as people and as performers.
I will say they could have been those arrogant dancers that could have been like, who is this girl? You know, like they were, because I was awful. Rehearsal, I was awful.
You were not
like,
awful.
You know what? Whatever. I'm here. I showed
You were
up.
rehearsing. Exactly. Like, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people, you know, we put this, I do it sometimes to myself. Like we put this expectation on ourselves to be this in rehearsal. And it's like, no, you can rehearse with like intentionality, you know, and focus, and get to where you need to get to. But that's why we're doing it. So it can get good, like, meaning it won't be good until
y'all
it
made
gets
me
good.
feel so comfortable though. I mean, I pray a lot, but I pray and I cuss. So I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like right there in the middle. And I'm like, the energy, the feeling, you guys were like so humble. You, Victor, you are a beast. And you coached me in a way to where I didn't feel like embarrassed about my mistakes or about my, you know, try it this way. It was just so perfect. And people don't understand, like, when you're trying to do a project for whatever it is, whatever the project is, you do have to follow and watch energy. You have to watch connection. You have to watch relationships. You have to watch, you know, personalities. And you just like put it together so well. I'm wondering like what your mind goes through when you do things like this. How do you do it?
I don't know. It's discernment. I don't know. It be God, really. A lot of times I have ideas. I don't always have strategy. And that is something that I always pray for. Like, give me strategies, God, so that I'm not just throwing things at the wall over and over again, but I'm able to enter into spaces with intentionality. And so when that's your prayer, that's what manifests for you, right? In very simple ways, in the simplicity of availability, or only having shoes that fit these sizes, or, you know, I mean, like in very simple ways. And so I feel like that's why it's important it's important to focus on the positive outcome of anything. Instead of me saying, well, I don't want nobody on this job who not gonna really be and then who gonna be bringing all this in and blah, blah. It is, I know that this situation deserves certain people.
I love it.
Bring those people to me.
I love it. And then Courtney with her little cute stuff. I said her and Shanice, they just cutie pies. Like, when you are dancing, do you have a certain, like, how do you get prepared for your dance routine? Or how do you even, you were listening to Victor. He is, you know, was coaching you all like crazy. And y'all were just like going with the flow, whatever he said. Like, how do you prepare for that in the moment?
I feel like I prepare for it. I feel like it's kind of a natural thing for me. I think simply because growing up, being on teams and being coached all the time, I know how to be coached, take in not even criticism, but different tips, and then do what I need to do at the same time. So I think that that's just kind of how it ran as well on set. So even whenever Victor was, you know, giving me what I need, you know, I had to make sure that
he was yelling at you, girl.
I was speaking loudly so they could hear me.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. I was like, I was yelling at me.
That's how I know whenever I'm doing good. Whenever Victor's yelling and the head goes to the side, I know I'm good. I know.
To the side, like.
Yep.
Victor, remember?
Not Deshaun co-signing.
Where he at? I gotta bring this.
He's in the comments. That's where he is. He's in the comments.
Oh my gosh, Victor! At the actual video shoot, you were like, Mary J, and I went ballistic. I was like, that's my girl.
Well, because there on set there are two choices. Either you sit there in silence, frustrated because you're essentially wasting a take, right? Because the energy's not there, or because something isn't there, or you direct the take and make sure that you're getting what needs to be captured, because it's a what's happening in front of the camera and behind the camera has to be in harmony.
You did that, like.
So if the camera is down here and you still looking up there, I need to yell at you so you can look at the camera. Remember that one time you was like looking somewhere else, like for an entire take, and you were like, I thought the camera was like that. I was like, no, that is a light. That's a light. That's the camera. You know what I mean? But like, if I hadn't said anything, you would have looked like.
Yep.
So that's why it's important.
Listen, that was my first video, yo. Like, I was sitting there like, this is really happening. I was really shocked. First of all, let's be clear. You told me straight up, I was like your last client. Like, you were like, I'm doing my own thing, Sarah, but I'm gonna take you on. Like, it was already on 10 when we figured this out. And then I didn't want to mess up. I was like, I can't mess up. I can't disappoint Victor. Like, I literally was, I was tripping.
It ain't about me. It's you. Like, you know what I mean? And I tell people that, like, we have that whole, like, I want to make my parents proud. I want to make my teacher proud, like, mentality, that when it comes to expressing yourself as an artist can be debilitating to a certain point, where it's like, we're outside of the space where you're doing things to, like, please people. You're now doing things to fulfill your purpose, right? To walk in your destiny, to do what you were specifically born to do. So that, to me, absolves or takes away the notion of, like, human approval. And it makes me say, well, how does this make you feel inside? Do you feel aligned when you do this? Do you feel like you're at home? Do you feel like you're where your spirit is supposed to be? And if you're not, then I'm like, nothing's gonna work. So it's not like, don't judge it based on, like, what I think. Like, I may be a litmus test based on, you know, choreography, or, like, based on certain, like, nuances and things, but overall, with anybody that I work with, I want you to feel so immersed in the process.
You did.
That you're not even thinking about who approves or who doesn't approve because you're in that process.
So let me ask you this.
That process is attached to your purpose.
You literally had like 10 roles. So when I hired you, initially it was creative director and choreographer, because of course I can't dance. So like I knew I needed those things, but you ended up taking the job on as creative director, choreographer, life coach, counselor. You were like building my self-esteem, artist development. You literally took on like 10 hats, and you did it for not just for me, but you did it for Courtney and Shanice. Like you literally was just like moving and like wearing these different hats. And I guess for me, as I'm watching you as an observer, like I literally, like you were having me stop, and you would just have me look in the mirror, and like during rehearsal, you were like, just stop and just sing the lyrics. And I'm looking at you like, we doing this? Like, what we doing? And it was strategy. And you ain't have nothing written down, son. I was like, where does this come from? Like, how do you like know what the client needs, what the artist needs to fulfill? Because clearly we fulfilled it, because we got right now, what, 3 weeks, 1,000 views in 3 weeks. That's like, as an unknown artist, and of course I know Courtney and Shanice, they're known dancers, they do their thing, but as an unknown artist for myself, I wasn't expecting this kind of feedback, and like you did that. So like, tell us more about that, your strategy.
I will say first, and not to be like making a plug, but it's interesting how this is coming up like just after I finished that planning session for the retreat. But the reason why I'm doing the retreat is because I have found, especially like in the last year, that there are artists who want to work with me for a project, for a video or for a concert or for a show, but that artist hasn't had the opportunity to go through development. And so what happens is I have to clear the space before I bring new things in, before I bring in new information. And so there are lots of cobwebs of things that people have said to you, things that you've said to yourself, triggers and traumas from, all these other things. And I can't choreograph a music video on top of that, or choreograph a tour on top of that, or those things. And so we're creating this process where literally it is about to become to the point where I'm only committing to working with artists who go through the retreat.
I love it.
Because you need that to excavate. You need that to clear out the cobwebs.
Come on,
and that's why we have, a certified life coach being a part of the retreat as well, because it's about your holistic self as a person and a performer. And that's important to me. And so to your point, as I was working with you, I started feeling that the video was just the thing that called us both into the space together. But there were some other things that had to be addressed before we could move on the video, before we could attack the video. And a lot of it was just getting back to yourself, getting back to the record you wrote, getting back to the root of the things, of the energy that you wanted people to feel. Because once you get into the whole like producing and planning and all of those things, you forget about the foundation. And that's what artist development does. It creates this foundation so you can always go back to your center.
What about dancers?
The
dancers, like, do you do the same? Do you offer the same thing for your dancers? Because I know you from dancing. Like originally, that's what I knew you from when we did the Q Parker event for Q Parker and Friends. Shout out to Q Parker, and shout out to my god brother Steve, because he put everything together for me to meet them. But you were teaching every single act, like you were choreographing their dance routine from top to bottom. Like, so for the dancers, do you offer like the artist development for them? And how do you get in their head to make sure they, fulfill these moments as well?
Well, for me, really, I've had more of a process with dancers because I bring dancers, I identify a group of dancers who mesh well with my movement and my approach. And those become the dancers who do everything until they're like, I don't want to do it no more. You know what I mean? Until like they tap out. But you know, and so that gives a lot of opportunities for dancers for us to have a lot of one-on-one time.
Courtney, you got anything to say to that?
No, I mean, I agree. I definitely agree. Victor pours into me every time I'm around him, and he knows that, and he knows how I feel about him, and so I appreciate that. But yeah, every single time he always pours into me, but definitely agree for sure.
Wow. There's Candace.
Hey, Candace. But no, like that's important. And I know that I'm bringing these dancers into rooms with different energy, right? And so the pouring in and what they're being expected to put out is different from what the artist is being expected to put out. And so it's a different journey, right? It's a different process. But with a lot of the dancers, I found that kind of interacting with them in the way that my mentors interacted with me, where like we go to rehearsal and then we go to dinner after, or like we meet up for coffee, or we, you know what I mean? And we're able to just kind of sit and decompress. It allows me to create this consistent path of mentorship and pouring into for the dancers who I bring into my fold.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and tell Candace she can join us too. I want to know from Courtney, because
send a request, Candace.
People like me who I'm shy in front of the camera for things I can't do, right? I get a little nervous about singing, but when it comes to like me putting on, you know, it's not really a nerve at that point. But for dancing and a routine, like as far as the dancer's mind, give me more insight on the dancer's mind. When you all come to rehearsal, when you're coming to work on a project, like what do you do to prep yourself?
I don't know if I really prep myself. I mean, I may be nervous for certain things, but because dance is really who I am and it's what I do and it's literally like what I enjoy, no matter if I'm in a rehearsal, if I'm in class training, if I'm in my living room, I literally enjoy it. So I think that's just what it is. I come in and I'm happy regardless of what I'm doing, you know? So I'm not necessarily nervous. Or I don't like really prepare myself for certain things. I may like prepare myself like mentally, like, okay, like I may need to do X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, I know wherever I am, I'm there because I'm supposed to be. God placed me around these people and in this environment. So I step into that and I go for it. You know?
You did. I'm a witness. You literally, I didn't know y'all from Adam, for real. You came in there, I met you guys, like energy was perfect. There was no like making me feel small. Victor, let me tell you, because when working with you all, I'm like, these professionals, I'm telling my family, like, I'm working with some professionals, you know? So y'all did not make me feel out of place. You didn't make me feel small or less than. You came in, like you say, you work with Candy, and I love Candy. And y'all work with celebrities all the time. So I'm like, who am I? Y'all came in so professional. Like, we're going to give her the same professionalism, the same respect, the same energy that we would give anybody. And people out there in our artist land, or singers, up and coming singers and dancers, they need to know that, like, you guys are still like very humble, appreciative, just you're naturally just good people. And it's hard to find that in the industry. Talk about the industry. Either one of y'all, talk about how the industry will eat you up and chew you out.
You know, here's I have known for a very long time that there was nothing else that I wanted to do. So it was a matter of me creating the world that I wanted to experience. I was 20 when I was like, I don't want to dance. I want to do choreography. At first, I didn't take my first dance class until I was 17.
Really?
So between 17 and 20, I realized I want to do choreography. And I was like, I want to do choreography for female identifying artists or male identifying artists that had female identifying dancers. Like, I wanted to work with women. I knew I wanted to work with women, and I was very clear on that when I was 20.
Wow.
So that clarity erased a lot of confusion about who I was, about the spaces I had to subject myself to, about the people I had to be around. And so I haven't, anytime anything has gotten to be like not it, I've always known this, more so in my career than in my personal life, if I'm being a million times, like a million% honest. Like, but in my career, like, because I know my purpose, like I know why I'm here. And so it doesn't, so I don't experience a lot of that stuff because I'm coming into the room authentic. And if you want to engage with my authenticity, we'll click. If you don't, we won't. And that's it. That's all I need.
I know that's right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not in the practice of putting myself in environments that do not fortify who I know myself to be.
I love that. I love that. And that's not easy to do, Victor. It's not. It's something that you really have to take. If you have to take time for yourself, and this is for anybody, to get to that point, you need to do that. Like, I feel like in any industry, whether it's, you know, dance, singing, writing, directing, whatever the case is, if you haven't taken time to look at you and figure out what you're here for, like, you'll always be battling. I feel like that's a thing, right? Am I on the right track with that?
Yeah, for sure.
What about you?
For sure.
No, I mean, I agree. And I can attest to what Victor said. I feel like I haven't really experienced that life in the industry because I feel like where I've been is where I'm supposed to be. God has literally put me in places and in situations and around people that I'm supposed to be around. So I haven't necessarily dealt with that. Not saying that I will never be in that environment, but I have done my work and I've done what I'm supposed to. And just like Victor said, I've stepped into my purpose. So I'm consistently around the people that I'm supposed to be around. So yeah, it's been, and honestly, it's been a great experience for me.
Aww, for me too.
And honestly, like any agitation has just been a signal to me to redirect. You know what I mean? It's just been a signal to me to redirect strategy, redirect energy, redirect, you know, intention. But like, it's always been like a signal to redirect. And when I do it, it always works itself out.
Let me ask you, is that hard to do?
It's necessary. So, you know, the truth of it being necessary for me eclipses whether it's easy or hard. It's not even I don't see it as something that's like difficult or simple to do. I see it as something that's necessary to do. And so it's just a thing that I do now. It's not a thing that I put any value, you know what I mean, or put any.
I got you. Yeah.
It's not a muscle that I have to tone anymore. It's like when you talk, you use your tongue.
That's
not using your tongue when you talk would be unnatural.
Absolutely.
Because it's necessary. And so yeah, it's necessary for me now to like see signals. It's boom, 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 engage my discernment and make sure that I'm where, you know, divine strategy follows me, or honestly leads the way for me.
That's a message for everybody though. When you say that, where the feelings are kind of put to the side because you know that it's necessary, I think that's where the struggle is for a lot of us. I'm learning. I prayed in 2013 for God to give me discernment because I was like, I'm around some people that I know they feel a certain way and they feel a certain type of energy. I want that. And when he started showing me and showing up, I was like, oh, but that's my bestie. Oh, but I can't believe that person would. Oh, it was shocking to the things that I learned, the things that I went through when I prayed for discernment. So knowing that putting it in a nutshell, saying, you know what, it was necessary. I had to change up this relationship. I had to change up this, you know, communication with this person or that person, or I had to change this job. This job was toxic. It did not help me, and it did not lend me to where I needed to be. Like, it was necessary. That's a whole message. Like, that right there just shut our live right on down. It was necessary. I love it. And again, I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. I did tell Victor like 15 minutes or whatever. But any closing look, I'm sounding like a church. Any closing remarks? Look, we hit 1,000 views on the video, baby. We
Thank you. That's what we're here for.
I'm telling you. Any closing remarks?
Court, you got anything?
No, I just feel like, I mean, for everyone on, always step into your purpose and lead into that. And I feel like it'll always be up from there, you know? So
if it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's up. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Victor, what's up?
I have a show November 24th.
Where the tickets? I didn't see it.
I'm telling you right now, it's in my bio. I posted it yesterday.
Okay. I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tickets are available now. You can get them on my website, mrglamrocksoul.com. The link is in my bio, Mr. Glamrock Soul on everything. It's the last show of my residency, my Man Muse Magic Neat residency at Parlor. It has been a very, very fun 5 months putting the show together and experiencing new people in the space every month, bringing new beautiful energy every time. So excited to close this chapter and start working on the next chapter in this Man Muse Magic journey. So yeah, November 24th is the day before Thanksgiving. Come and hang out with me and the Muses for Man Muse Magic Neat at Parlor.
We will be there. But hold on, Victor, let's be clear. You and Courtney, y'all always have stuff going on. So for my people that are following me, please follow them as well. They always have things going on. They are phenomenal people. Like, please know that, stamp that, follow. And of course, I am just wanting to like thank y'all collectively. I had the time of my life. Like, of course, my husband was like, he said the same, these are some incredible folks you're working with. Like, everybody's professional. They doing their thing. Like, he vouched for like what he saw. And I'm like, that's so awesome because I felt it. So for somebody on the outside to say like, it was real, it just feel good, you know? And I've worked with other people in the industry. I've worked with other people with music and all that. But you guys are like so professional, so humble, so like down to earth and so real. That is rare. And I just appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful that I was able to capture this moment with you two and Shanice. I appreciate it. Yes. And all I have to say is the people that's on, thank y'all for joining us. We just wanted to kind of shout y'all out, let y'all know we hit 1,000 views. We're still working. We all have our own thing.
What's the name of the video? Where can they find the video? Where can they watch the video?
Bio. It's in my bio. It's a link in my bio. Go ahead and click on it. You can see the video. And also you can purchase your favorite wine by way of me, One Hope. Yep. Purchase your favorite wine on there as well. But yeah, the link is in my bio. So you guys can go. Keep watching. Keep
What's
supporting.
The name of the
Please
song?
Please support. I like. Featuring Mike Zombie. You know, it's me, Sarah LeRose. All right. So I'm going to catch up with y'all. We're going to have to do something like a dinner or something. What's up?
Let's make it happen.
Candace, you'll be there whenever we celebrate, honey. You got to be with us, okay? And Shanice. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for spending time with me tonight. I love y'all so much. Take care.
Love you too.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye, y'all.
Take care.